Hello and welcome to Mandibil. This is a sort of a special little sort of announcement I'm making at this point, and I don't know exactly how to put it, and I'm not even sure what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do, and so on. But I have felt a lot of frustration recently, and it sort of crept up on me, and it seems to me that this thing I've been doing here on Mandibil has been kind of futile, you could say, right? Um, so I have my second thoughts now. What I need to do something that's sort of settled within me, sort of, right? I have to do something. I can't keep going with the way things are at the moment. I need to have some kind of traction, feeling that I'm getting somewhere, and it's basically a standstill. I have reached at this point now. I'm down to 236 members at this point, as far as I remember, in 7 years. Right, that is not a lot, to be fair. Right, I'm sure I'm been flagged on YouTube and so on, right, for not behaving or saying the right thing. I'm controversial, and what else, right? Of course, I'm put back in the queue. So when you search for anything that might be a part of my videos, it's on page 60, right, in your YouTube searches. So I'm not at the front page, that's for sure. But still, 236 subs is not a lot, right? So I have the sneaking sense that it is taking too much energy from me compared to the benefits I reap from it. And at this point, I feel so confident in my own philosophy that I don't really need to do this Mandibil thing in order to hone my skills in doing philosophy, right? So what am I going to do with it, right? I feel also a built-in kind of impatience in me that and I feel I'm going in circles, and it's the same sort of deconstructions, and I don't know actually what to do. So as I said, something needs to happen, something has to give, and I think I will be on hold on the channel here for a couple of months, maybe. I will sort of forget all about the channel and go in thinking mode, so that I want to get back to writing my book, which is sort of, I've been talking about this book for 5 years now, and what I've written, 25 pages, right? I know I have rewritten those pages so many times to improve the philosophy, and I need to go back and do it again. But I am going to take another approach where I will be more focused on getting ahead rather than writing a chapter and then rephrasing the chapter and rephrasing. I would it's not necessarily the best and most productive way of writing. So I maybe I should try to get through it in a sort of quicker fashion, and then go back and improve the chapters within it. And rather than just pushing ahead without anything than a very slim structure of where I need to go. Slim. It's pretty sharp to me, right? But the actual content of the book is not that sharp yet. So in order to get it going, I need to push forward, right? And I need to get over this hurdle I'm in right now in order to get to something that is more sort of cohesive. And the hurdle is tough because I don't actually know how. I have figured out a way to approach it in a way that, but maybe I should just, if I have some idea how to approach it, then go with it and see how far I can get until I reach maybe the next hurdle, and then go back a bit and try to, improve what I've written so far, right? So be my own kind of editor, which is something I can't help anyway, right? So I want to go back to writing my book, and I want to do something with the Mandibil idea, right? The philosophy channel, the philosophy outlet kind of thing, but it has to change. I can't proceed with it as it is now. And I could lift a little of the lid. I have the idea that I might try to do something more in a writing fashion and, podcast fashion, and connect with Substack, which is sort of a newsletter-based writing outlet where you have to be a member. You can get something for very little for free, or you have to pay a monthly fee in order to receive whatever. So I upgrade the quality of my shit and then make it available through. I feel like I'm drowning in YouTube. I'm so peripheral in YouTube that I'm anything but invisible. And it's not a feeling that makes me want to improve it, so to say. It's not that what I'm saying in my channel is not valid or anything like that. But it feels that there's sort of an empty feeling to it that I'm getting quite tired of, right? And I started out just, talking in my car and just, brainstorming, basically into my microphone, right, into my iPhone. And but I also need, if I'm getting deep into this book, at some point the book has to be published. Hopefully, if I can't get a company to publish it, a publisher to publish it, I may have to self-publish. I haven't figured out the best solution in that, and things might have changed significantly during the last 4 or 5 years since I last thought about it. So when that is published, I need some kind of back structure to sort of support it, right? Would be nice to have a website or something, a WordPress website, and maybe a Substack, and an Amazon page, whatever is needed, right? I want to keep it simple, maybe a website and a Substack, for instance, and that's it, right? So, and maybe a YouTube channel that, could support it somehow, and maybe I'll, close off, let Mandibil be Mandibil, and then start a whole new website that is concerned with my book, right? And maybe, as I've done with I've been screwing around with my Twitter page, I'm calling it the title of my book, which is The Perfect Principle, which is sort of, it feels good in the mouth, right? The Perfect Principle. And if you're talking about, doing a podcast and so on, whatever, right? The Perfect Principle is sort of, it rolls off the tongue easily, right? So I've changed my name on Twitter to The Perfect Principle, and I might start a new channel at some point called The Perfect Principle, and the book will be called The Perfect Principle. And, so things are sort of gelling together, right? I want to actually get rid of Mandibil because, people can't even pronounce it. They call it Mandibil, and it's like I can use that as a name, and I don't want to. Actually, I considered using my name, but I changed that because that doesn't say really anything, and it doesn't have any appeal as such, just my name and so on, right? So I changed that, went away from that also. So I'm kind of in a mode where something needs to happen now. I'm not going to live forever, I suppose, which is an axiom I'm working from. And yeah, that's about it. So this is sort of an important update that don't expect too much to be happening in the near future. There might be, that one-off video, who knows, right? But don't expect anything, and rather expect that it will be changing significantly to something else, if anything, right? So thank you for listening in, and thank you to all my subs for keeping up with the channel and so far, right, all these years. And let me have your comments and let me know what you think. And, otherwise, have a nice day. Maybe I'll see you in another video.